Growing up, I was met with challenges with my parents. My father was the head elder in the church, and he was wonderful in church. Sometimes they would allow him to preach, and he loved it because he loved God. But the relationship wasn't always that rosy at home. In our home, there was abuse. And not just with me, but with my mother, my sisters. And I began to question God as to why, if you're a great God, are you allowing this to happen? Because we have our prayer meetings, we have our devotionals, we all sit at the table and eat dinner together, we all go to the church together. Why is this happening? Twice, my mother packed up myself and my two sisters and fled, but she always went back. Even though my father said the abuse would stop, even though he said that God would work it out and he had changed, it was still there. I questioned God at that time, because here I saw this strong man standing up in a pulpit in church, delivering messages that had to be inspired by the Holy Spirit, but then at home there would be turmoil. In a sense, it made us stronger because we had to dig a little bit deeper into God's love and realize that people are not perfect. We had to realize that throughout the scriptures, there were individuals similar to my father that God loved. There were similar individuals throughout the scriptures that were abused, and God loved them and helped them. I went through the routine, going to church and singing praise songs and hymns and anthems and hanging out with my friends and, doing Bible studies, all of that. But in the back of my mind was still that question. And it wasn't until I went to church, because I had kind of drifted away a bit. And there was an individual that got up there and testified about abusing cocaine. I was amazed, because here was an individual bearing his soul, tears streaming down, and talking about how he was addicted and how God brought him through and he no longer had the addiction. And I just thought that was extremely powerful and just bold to come out and just bare his soul like that. And at that moment, it was as if the Holy Spirit pierced my heart and said, stop the questioning. Leave all of the abuse, all of the things behind. Leave all of the relationships that didn't turn out the way that you thought they would turn out. Leave all the things of this world behind and just surrender. And at that moment, I decided to get rebaptized. Symbolic, yes, because I didn't need to be rebaptized in order to allow Jesus Christ to cleanse my soul. But I felt I needed that. I felt I needed that. And from that moment forward, I surrendered. And I stopped the questioning. I didn't question anymore. I just said, Lord, your will be done. And I accepted it. Did things turn out rosy? No. That same individual that had given his testimony about that drug abuse came to me the day that I was baptized and said, prepare to be rocked. And I understood what that meant. I understood that those whirlwinds were going to come at me stronger than ever, and they did. But I did not question God. I held on to his everlasting arms, and I said, I know that there is calm in the storm. And now I know that God is real, and I know that He's always there for me.